Hey, what's up everybody, welcome. So on today's video I do want to go over with you guys on my builds that I was using on the legendaries on the last live stream, which is the tank DPS kind of striker build. Now I say DPS because you can still hit hard even with this tank build with 1.9 million armor, and that's before we get all of the stacks of the bonus armor, which can put us close to, I would say, about 3 million armor technically, right? Now the reason that I made this build in the first place was because of the legendary National Zoo, where there is a place in there and some areas where it gets kind of hectic and you get thrown back and forth with grenadiers. So I did want to go with something that had a lot of armor, so a tank build, but at the same time I was looking for what could I make that has a lot of armor and also a good amount of damage. Well, obviously it's striker, right? So we have a build with a lot of armor and still hit hard because striker is just that good. So with all that said, if you guys enjoyed this video and if you find it interesting, a like on the video would be super appreciated. Subscribe for more, and yeah, let's get into this, right? So this is the build that I'm talking about. This is a build that I have been using lately for all of my legendaries. Okay, so let's start off with the striker battle gear set. So this is the gear set that doesn't matter how you set it up, you can still have a lot of damage just because of how the gear set works. So 2 pieces of the striker gear set gives you 15% weapon handling. 3 pieces gives you 15% rate of fire. With the 4th piece of the striker battle gear, you gain the striker gamble. This is the talent of the striker, and basically, long story short, this is where you gain damage per hit on your enemies. So weapon hits increase total weapon damage by 0.65%, stacking up to 100 times. So basically that's 65% weapon damage that you can add to your build once you have the whole stack up. Now a good thing though, if you have the chest piece equipped, you can get the extra talent that's called the press advantage, which basically will increase that 100 stacks to 200 stacks. So with the 200 stacks, instead of 65% weapon damage, we are gaining a total of 130% weapon damage. So that was the breakdown of the striker gear set, what it does. Now we do have 4 pieces of them, as I mentioned on this build, and starting off with the chest piece, we have core attribute armor. As a fact, every single piece on this build will have core attribute armor. That's why we have 1.9 million armor, because we are going for this tank build. And on the attribute on this chest piece, we have critical hit damage and a mod of critical hit chance. We have a striker mask with a core attribute, again armor, with the attribute critical hit damage and a mod of crit chance. For the gloves, we have again core armor, attribute crit damage, and the last piece will be on the knee pads with the core attribute armor and also the attribute critical hit damage. Now the last two pieces in here will be the holster and also the backpack. Now starting with the holster, we went with the Chaska because the Chaska will give you 10% critical hit chance, and that's the best option, by the way, that you can have in here, not the Fox Sprayer or the Contractor Gloves. The core attribute in here will be core armor. Again, everything will be core attribute armor, and then the attribute in here obviously crit chance and crit damage. Now last piece, let's talk about the Memento backpack. Now if you guys don't know, and if you are new to the game, the Memento backpack has 3 of the core attributes, so weapon damage, armor, and skill tier all included, and in here I do have it a crit damage mod on there. Now what makes this backpack so special, obviously it's the talent kill confirmed. This talent honestly is my favorite, so let's go over it. What it does, it has 2 buffs, one short and one long. So the short is only for 10 seconds and the long one will go for 5 minutes. The short one, once you pick up those trophies from the floor by killing your enemies, it will give you 5% weapon damage, 10% bonus armor, and 5% skill efficiency, and the amount that you can get between those 3 will be depending on how many attributes you have on your build. For example, on this build I have 6 core attribute armor, so I am gonna get that 10% bonus armor times 6. Now what I really look for is the long buff. Once you have these trophies max stacks of 30, you will have on the build 30% weapon damage, 30% skill efficiency, and a 3% armor regen for 300 seconds, which means 5 minutes. With that said, with 1.9 million armor, with all of those bonus armor on top of that, and also this armor regen, that's what makes possible to run around legendaries and feel more comfortable dealing with the enemies and not feel so afraid of dying. Even though this is not an immortal build, but you know, you feel more able to do more stuff. Now going over the weapons, obviously we have the St. Elmo's engine. This is my favorite AR currently in the game because it comes from my previous favorite AR, which is a Police M4. So St. Elmo's engine is basically a Police M4 on steroids. Very accurate, very stable, very good range, and also has 70 bullets on the magazine. All of that makes this weapon so great. For the secondary, there is 2 options in here for me. The first one is the Vector SBR 9mm. Now all of the vectors are good. The reason why I use the SBR 9mm is because of the extra rounds on the magazine. Now on the talent in here, I do have Preservation because by killing an enemy, it will repair 10% of my armor over 5 seconds, and if I kill him with a headshot, it will be at 20% for 5 seconds. And the second option in here for the secondary is the ACS-12 shotgun, and basically I use these a lot on the National Zoo because I kind of feel more comfortable using it to gain those stacks and also to control the NPCs a lot better. And on the talent for the shotgun also I use Preservation in here, which basically does the same thing I just explained. For the skills, I do like using the Crusader Ballistic Shield on legendaries. I do not use the Crusader Ballistic Shield on heroic on any difficulty lower than legendaries. I feel unnecessary to use it, but I'm not saying not to use it, that's up to you. I just feel like there's no point on me using it. And also I like using the Assault Turret, or my favorite also the Holographic Distraction Decoy. Both of them, the decoy or the turret, are basically a decoy. I use them as a decoy. Now for the specialization, I did go with the Gunner specialization. Now I do like this specialization because it gives me 10% armor on kill. Also you can get your ammo refilled every 60 seconds, 10% of your ammo. And also we have the Barrage, which is rate of fire increased by 5% on kills for 5 seconds. That's basically an DPS increase for 5 seconds. Don't sleep on that. Now finishing off with the stats for the St. Elmo's engine, you can see right there I have 58% crit chance, 137% critical hit damage with 75 headshot damage, and also we have that 10% damage target out of cover that does not show in here on the weapon stats. Now, if you take a look at the defensive stats, we have 1.9 million armor with 192,000 armor on kill. Now, the armor regeneration here shows 0 because we're not in combat, but when we are in combat and we gain those stacks of the memento, this will go up to 57 or 59, believe, 1000 armor regen. So yeah guys, that's the build for you guys. Let me know what you guys think of this build. This is the build that carried me through National Zoo Legendary Solo, and yeah, it was a lot better with this build. So let me know what you guys think, and what is your tank build for this game. What are the builds that is a tank build that you would recommend for me to try? Leave that in the comment section below and I'll take a look at that. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. A like on the video would be super appreciated, man. Subscribe for more, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace out, everybody.